Welcome to the Generation Gap podcast. My name is Lunchbox.
Geek.
And welcome to the Generation Gap podcast, a message of the emergency podcast system. I'm Lunchbox.
I'm Gleek.
And today, as of March 23rd, I am finally a homeowner.
I hate you.
But, dude, okay. I knew you. I've been knowing probably for the past week that, or a little bit longer, that today was going to be the day.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I've been saving since I started my most recent job at the very end of December.
Mm-hmm.
And
You've been hanging on to that fucking wallet like fucking Smeagol with a ring, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god. But, I've been saving for it. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know the exact date until, like I said, about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, woke up this morning, still didn't hit me. Pulled out the cash, still didn't hit me. Went on wallet, still didn't hit me. Left and went down here to a little store to get something to drink. And I told one of my former coworkers that, today's today.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like, it all just kind of like sank hard.
In your former place of business, where you used to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that, because you begin to look around and going like, the seeds of me being able to get this started, well, it didn't start here, but this helped build to it.
It was like, if the place I worked before that, or the place I worked even before that,
yeah,
if that was the initial soil,
mm-hmm.
and then the plow,
mm-hmm.
and then the fertilizer,
well,
and then the seed was that
the dollar store where we both worked at. That was the manure.
That was definitely
because we got shit on.
Yeah, that was definitely the fertilizer.
Oh yeah, that was a fertilizer because
that could be another story.
We got shit on and I got weeded.
Yeah. But I was high nerves.
Yeah.
The entire time, and we went up there, went to the lawyer's office, and we talked to this guy. He's kind of dumb, like more than just a kind of dumb. And I could tell that he was probably one of these people that was on disability for the
mm-hmm.
sake of being on disability, because he seemed like he was fine.
Yeah.
Like, I could be completely wrong. Like, he could be going through shit psychologically or something like that.
Yeah, you never know what the fuck's up. Yeah.
But, we talked there, and then my dad brought up, in his infinite wisdom, brought up a lien that was on the property.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I didn't know that was on there.
Mm-hmm.
So we go from the lawyer's office
mm-hmm.
right across the street to the Register of Deeds, talk to them about it,
mm-hmm.
head downstairs, get
mm-hmm.
everything stamped, head back upstairs, talk to the Register of Deeds. The power was out in the courthouse.
Lovely.
Yeah, for about 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And at least 30 minutes while we were there. And they talked to one of the lawyers that my dad had known, and the woman that kind of set me up with the deal had known. And he looked over the paperwork real quick, and he was like, yeah, this doesn't even matter anymore. It's like,
damn.
Yeah, I was like, she was like, the woman that was setting me up with that, she was like, do you still want to buy the place? I was like, fuck yes.
Even with a lien, technically.
Yeah.
It's still going to be cheap as shit, dude.
Yeah. Which that lien, I think, was only for a little bit over $3,000.
Really?
Which that could have been, like, gone.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, if you had to pay it, you'd have probably knuckled down and said, fuck me.
Yeah.
But it's still cheap as fuck, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, most important is land.
Yeah.
The house is nice. That is gravy on the taters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And the, I guess the little shed that he built on it, which is a really nice shed.
Yeah, I'm saying that's all gravy. It's that land.
Yeah, to me the shed's salt and pepper. The view, that is like an entire side of like, I want mashed potatoes and gravy and mac and cheese.
Exactly.
A little pond in the back. Holy, like,
that's a little slice of cake right afterward. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I got to look at the backyard and I'm like, that pond's bigger than what I thought it was.
Yeah, which we're going to record a podcast at that pond.
I heard that there's fish in it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find out.
So
we're gonna find out.
So I don't even care if I just do what they call wetting the worm.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't catch anything. Just getting drunk and tan.
Exactly. Hell, we ought to take a video. You know what I mean?
After,
yeah.
Yeah, everything gets set up.
Take a video of the place and just, what the hell? I mean, people, well, who knows? They may care, they may not, but fuck it, we're doing it.
Usually people, like, on YouTube and shit, it's like, we want to see things. We like the
we're voyeuristic.
We want visual stimulation. Give it to me. And, like, because, like, I watch Wow Crindor.
Yeah.
And every time he goes to his friend Jesse Cox's house, because I watch both of them, every time he goes to his apartment in California, he always takes a video of whatever's in his fridge.
Makes me think, too, of Flea Market Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think about it. It has to be people's voyeuristic tendencies.
Yeah.
Because why else would you want to watch a guy walk around a shitty-ass fucking dirt mall?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Like when we could probably, we do experience that like twice a year, which there's no.
Yeah, we ought to do a podcast.
Isn't the citywide yard sale?
It's coming up here in a couple of weeks.
April. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. And buy the book. I'm fucking broke. I'll have money up until the fucking sale. You know what I mean? Then be broke, and then get some money right after it. Which, kind of complicates things for me because I make most of my money buying and selling shit, on the internet.
And I make my money selling shit,
yeah.
So.
Fucking ice cream pimp.
But
yeah, I'm glad that you're getting this house because, man, you've discussed it quite a bit, and I could just tell that you were nervous as fuck about it.
Like, I didn't really realize that I was nervous, or
I could sense it. I could sense it.
In my head, though, I guess it was like the dude mentality that I try to keep. In my head, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like no really big reaction or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But like I said this morning, it fucking hit me like a ton of bricks.
Just, I bet you were almost shaking.
I probably was shaking, especially when I was like, you know about this fucking lean, and like I was getting hot.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, calm down. Because I was like, this stupid bastard.
Calm down, my wallet's taking a bite out of my ass at the moment.
Like, it's like, you have way too much money in your pocket. You need to get it the fuck out or back in the bank. Like, those were the two options that were in my head. Here I am around, like, I don't know who the fuck I'm around. I'm around fucking lawyers, which are crooks. I'm around crooks, which are crooks.
Just at the courthouse, which is a crook.
Which is a crook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy Christ.
There's thieves at every corner of this fucking place.
Yeah, like I was like...
Some we call judge, some we call officer.
But right after though, like, we came back into town, and I told the same woman that I told before that, now it's we went to go through the house again. Mm-hmm. Like, my kitchen has really good light in it. It really sucks that he boarded up the rest of the windows. I'm like, I really like this room. It was appealing. We looked around, Dad did something I'll probably never fucking do, is climbed up the little ladder there into the attic, and he was like, there's books, CDs, and fucking everything up here.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
So
who knows? I mean, who knows what's up in there?
There's like I think
there's a fucking little YouTube thing for us right there.
Yeah,
unboxing.
There was quite a few Japanese releases of albums that had like a Poison mini disc.
Really?
Yeah, and like
fucking A, dude.
I think my dad like went ahead and nabbed a 1982 Mad magazine that was up there.
Okay.
And I won't get any of the cultural references out of a 1982 Mad magazine.
I would. I'll read that motherfucker. Yeah. I used to read the fuck out of Mad.
And then like a Japanese release of the Carpenter's Greatest Hits. That was yeah.
Wow.
So like there was a few things, like a whole just a stack of CDs that he pulled out.
Yeah, we definitely need to go through that.
Yeah,
put that on tape.
You can have fun like while I fucking panic while sitting on the ground, looking up at the ladder.
And think about it, dude. A lot of that shit, you're never gonna want that crap.
No. No.
I mean, if you want, I'll put it online, sell it for you.
Well, yeah, we'll see what it brings, definitely.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, even if you don't make but a couple of bucks on it, it's more than you had.
We could wait till this thing kind of does its own thing and be like, box of Lunchbox is crap. Like,
yeah, I'm sure all three listeners are going to be fighting each other for it.
That's what I know I've been mentioning Gwar a lot today already, but that's what Dave Rocky said when he was cleaning out his basement. He was just like, yeah, I'm just going to take all boxes of it and put it up on eBay as box of odorous as shit. And just that's how he sold it.
Well, I mean, come on, man. You've got people fucking selling like stars and actors, water bottles and bullshit.
Yeah, like they're ripped up underwear and shit out of their garbage can.
Yeah.
Like all kinds of crazy shit like that.
Well,
it's like
a while back I saw somebody was selling like a sweat-stained Elvis scarf that had been thrown at some show.
Ugh.
Well, the thing was that it was like some show in Vegas or somewhere, but these women had fought for it.
I bet it smells
and you
like
could
butter.
see it was on tape, supposedly, that there was a recording of them fighting. And when you looked at the scarf, you could see the rips. That they'd almost physically gotten a fist fight over this.
I bet it smelled like butter and Krispy Kreme. Which that would be a great smelling scarf.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dude, somewhere around here, we still got it. Okay, speaking of Krispy Kreme, I've got an old, what's the name, Rick D's?
Uh-huh.
When he was a DJ down in fucking Memphis. Alright, it's an old Rick D's DJ shirt. Okay? And it's got him like laying on the ground and fucking Elvis is like standing on him or something. And Elvis is huge and big and fat. And it says he eat too many jelly donuts, and there's like donuts laying all over the fucking place.
Oh my god.
We've got it somewhere around here.
That's crazy, dude.
I've thought about that. I ought to pull it out. And somebody somewhere wants that fucking thing. T-shirt collector, rock and roll collector, you know?
But, after we went through all that, stopped back at the store, told the woman that I was working with, who I adore. She wasn't my manager, who I also think the world of.
Yeah.
They both helped me.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
She's the one that you're wanting to do the cooking show.
Oh, yeah, my manager. Yeah. What was it? The cussing cook.
The cussing cook.
Just make it a really, morbid version of Julia Child. Which would be fucking hilarious. But, went back to the house, and I got in, the thick Reese's peanut butter cups.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, this has got to cure my anxiety today. And then it probably didn't help that I had a goddamn over-caffeinated energy drink with it, too, just to go ahead and refire up them jitters again before I went to go. And,
all my dopamine comes from sugar.
just fucking mainlining that shit. And, just go ahead and get my adrenaline back up before I have to talk to a banker, which, yet again, being around more crooks about taking out loans.
Yeah. I asked one fucking time in my life I've asked for a loan. And it was to pay the fucking taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally told him, I said, look, man, I need about $300. I said, I want to take a simple $1,000 loan. I'm going to turn around and hand you 700 of it right fucking back.
Yeah. That's probably what he didn't like to hear.
Well, I offered him, and I said, I guarantee you, I said, you're getting fucking paid back.
Yeah.
I says, I'm willing to put my dad's guitar and a 56 Gibson.
Yeah.
Actually it's a 54 Gibson, ES175D.
Yeah.
I said, I'm willing to put that. I said, there's no way in hell I'm not paying this off.
Yeah.
Nope. We don't do business like that anymore. I said, you don't accept collateral anymore? What the fuck kind of business are you running?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he started giving me shit. Well, you've never taken out a loan, you have no credit, and that's worse than bad credit.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're fucking thinking, and the thinking of your entire fucking business is retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even I would have a cosigner, and I'll probably make more money than what the woman giving me a loan probably makes.
Yeah.
Which when I saw the look on her face, alright.
Yeah, to see this young person.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming in talking about having a house.
But I know shit. I walk in there, and the woman who originally set up my account when I first graduated, when I turned 18, was in there, and she went ahead and she pointed me over to the mortgage and loan office, and I sat down and I put the folder on her desk, and we were sitting there, and she was like, "Well, are you?" I was telling her that I needed a home equity line of credit, and she was like, "Well, she's like, well, are you looking to buy the house?" Or I'm like, I'm looking to make repairs, and she was like, "Oh, so you own the house?" I was like, "Yeah, as you can see here on the deed,
yeah,
I paid for it today,
signed, sealed, and delivered."
Yeah, like
yes, sir.
She was like, "So have you ever had any credit before?" I was like, "I don't have any credit," and like, this is gonna be the first time I go into debt. And her eyes got just fucking big around, and I was like, "Yeah, I would like to take out." And I hate to fucking mention numbers on here, but I was like, I need to take out $10,000.
Yeah.
To go ahead and fix this up. And
which, I'd keep that as a bankroll, and as soon as you've bought all your supplies, everything you need, the majority of it, boom, goes right back.
Or I'm thinking about doing to where...
Or you could use it to buy that studio.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Just...
Because I guarantee you could get that property for well under fucking $5.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because it's right next to it. I'm not remember we used to be in that little place. Because I think even right next door to that was the I'm just gonna say his nickname, Tomahawk Gene. I think that was his barbershop. He used to get one fucked up haircut.
Well, at one time he was actually really good.
When I got around to get my haircut from him,
yeah,
they still had the party line phone system. So whenever it rang,
yeah,
I'd pick it up, listen to a present for the lady. I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah,
but
he was old school as hell, dude. He was like a early '60s trained, genuine fucking barber.
Yeah. He had like all the the combs and the blue water.
Yeah, the old school shit.
Yeah.
Which one of the biggest things that he fucked up on was never taking an apprentice.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, somebody could have actually learnt an apprenticeship from a genuine fucking old school small town barber.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that fucking education nowadays. You know.
Bumping the mic with my fingers. But so that'll be fun. But
but you see what I'm saying,
Yeah. But you should have taken someone that was a bit younger to when his hands started getting a little shaky.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I went to him when I was matter of fact, the last haircut I ever got was from him.
Now I go to a beauty salon and get it cut by a pretty hot blonde that puts her boobs on my back. So.
Beauty salon.
Yeah.
Fuck that. See, that's one of the things that... No. I went to a guy, and, it was a salon kind of place, and this is... Oh, fuck me. Forever. Dude, it's been 20 years. All right? And I didn't like it. I didn't like the fucking experience. I like the old school barber experience.
Like you want to sit down with like the old Playboys on the
everyone's
talking about. It's like, did you watch the fucking Cubs game? Did you see the
pretty
fucking
much.
Ditka?
Yeah, not that I'm in that conversation, but I'm hearing it.
Yeah.
And, I want Floyd the fucking barber from Mayberry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You want the very masculine experience where it's just like, I don't care if it's the faggiest fucker in the room cutting my hair. I want this shit to look good.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You didn't have to deal with a fag.
Yeah.
I mean, because the guy that... And people can be whatever the fuck they want.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't mean I want him swishing around me and fucking running his fingers through my hair. I just... Keep your fucking hands off of me. You know what I mean?
Like, don't touch me. Don't fucking touch me, fag.
I mean, it's not a case of, you're gonna catch the gay.
Hey, don't get your blood on me. It's corrosive acid.
This guy, though, you'd had to seen it. He was pretty swishy.
Yeah.
And he talked in he did that I'm gonna talk like a girl bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And it just made me uncomfortable as fuck. I don't know, I was young, it fucked with my manhood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, I was a fucking retard, I was like 20,
I think it's one of those things like I really don't fucking care.
Well, nowadays I wouldn't give a fuck.
Nah, I don't give a flying shit.
Yeah, but back then I was just like...
Don't want to catch the gay.
Yeah.
but I have no problem.
Well, I'm just saying there was just too much Paul Mitchell all around me. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It was just too much of that shit.
Not the old school. You want to see more Barbasol than you want to do anything.
Damn right.
God,
He didn't even have a fucking barber pole out front. What kind of a fucking haircutting place?
I think if like an old school barber, like the old school, pervy old man barber was open up, he should have like a barber pole, like to be like ceiling to floor length, to have strippers in there. Fuck it.
Strippers around the barber pole.
Yeah. Awesome. I'd go to that place all the time. Nobody like all right. If you wanted to test tube babies and you wanted to get into fucking barbers, there's your fucking idea and your business plan. If you're in a major city, get fucking strippers and your fucking barbershop and
serving drinks in the side.
Yeah. Go ahead and get your liquor license. Have a bar and get haircuts and serve cheeseburgers while you're at it too.
And fucking grilled cheese.
Yeah, and hot shaves.
Yep.
Hot fucking shaves.
That's something I remember actually watching the dude up here in town do.
I've never got. I want to get that since I have to be shaved for work. And
he'd come out with the old fashioned fucking straight razor, dude.
Yeah.
I watched him, stropping it on a fucking leather belt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, old school as fuck, And I just remember sitting there watching it. I was young, and I'm like, he's gonna cut his head plumb off,
Nope, just
not a nick, nothing.
Fuck.
And this old man, he was sitting there shaving. Like, he must have had that done 100 times in his life. Didn't flinch, didn't even fucking open his eyes.
Yep.
He just laying there just calm as a cucumber.
Get the hot towel, too.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Oh, yeah.
We were
Anyway, back to your house, dude.
Okay.
That's something I think maybe if you want to today or something, we could just go, like, shoot some footage just real quick of the outside or something. Kind of a before-after. Because I mean, honestly, I'd kind of like to know exactly where it's at.
Oh yeah.
I know that. I think I know the area.
Yeah. Depends on when we finish this up, because I'm gonna be running back over to the insurance agency.
Okay.
Fucking just go ahead and get that out of the goddamn way.
Gotcha.
Because I'm really ready just to have all the shit that I can get squared up today. Because this is my only day off again until next week Saturday, which nothing's fucking open Saturday.
No, of course not.
And then I don't know if I'm going to be having to work Saturday this weekend or not. Because I got a phone call as I was closing from my boss being like, "Oh, can you run so and so's route for today?" And I was like, I would, but I'm closing up my house today. Remember, he was like, "Oh yeah." He was like, "Don't worry about it. Then we'll square it up later on in the week."
Still,
motherfucking shit. I can pay. Am I even pay my regular rate for this, or are you gonna bump it up a little bit since I don't know where the fuck I'm going?
Yeah. God damn it! I am busy, man. I am doing business.
Yeah. Fucker.
Did I interrupt you when you're closing on your house?
Yeah, when I was like 9 or 10 or something. Some bitch.
But yeah, man. Once you get this paid off, and it's 100. Once everything's paid off, you can start using this to make you money.
Yeah.
In that you'll be able to take this house again once that loan's paid off. Everything's took care of. You know what I mean? And you can then buy, get more credit on that to buy another property, perhaps a rental place or something like that.
Yeah.
And dude, if you were smart about it, I've heard of that. I've heard people mention that very idea. Use credit to make money.
Yeah. We can super JP Lunchbox it up right now, and I can talk about how I look into the investment rates, the minimum investment rates right now for IRAs. I'm sitting there and I'm playing with a financial calculator in my free time. It's like I should be playing like Angry Birds or some shit like that. And instead I'm punching in interest rates.
No, you're doing the right thing, dude.
Yeah.
You're doing the right fucking thing. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When I was your age, I do wish I had my shit together,
dude.
I was a fucking mess. Like I said, I had no direction at all. I didn't give a fuck about nothing. I was a fucking just a wound up nervous wreck all the time. And it pisses me off. I look back at that time and like, dude, you blew so many fucking chances. You really did. I would love to go back in time travel. And I mean, I know the days I would time travel too.
Yeah.
You know,
stop being such a fucknut. Like
exactly.
I have my moments where I'm like, stop being such a fucknut.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I would go back. I think I'd probably go back to myself about the age of about 11, 10 or 11. If I couldn't go back and talk to somebody else, I had to talk to myself. Like you said, I would talk to myself around age 10, 11, somewhere up through there. Like you said, quit being a fucking idiot. This is what's going to happen, boy. You know?
Yeah.
And don't reveal the future. Exactly.
Here are the lottery numbers for such and such. Go ahead. You fucking tell your pops that shit.
Yeah, but by the time that comes around, you've done changed
the outcome.
Yeah. Your ripples have reached, the time how far.
Yeah.
But I would, just there'd be a few things like you keep your ass away from this girl. You keep your ass away from this situation in general. Apply yourself, boy. Fucking apply yourself.
I think the only thing that I would go back and tell myself is be like, I can talk to more people, man. Mm-hmm. It's like you're
network,
pretty,
motherfucker. Yeah. Network.
Like you're pretty fucking interesting. Mm-hmm. If you can just network earlier than what you did, you can get shit a little bit done in such a way. And I'm like, but don't fuck up the opportunities that I've already made for myself, you dumb son of a bitch. I swear to God, I'll come back here and put a boot up your ass.
So here's the thing, though. Even if you time travel, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because the shit in our past is 100% locked in position.
Yeah, so
it can't change.
It'll make an alternate timeline.
Exactly. That's all you're going to do. When you go back, the split second you're back, you've created a new timeline.
I was almost wondering, like, how early in this one would we get off into some science fiction shit?
Well, I mean, alternate timeline that could be great because, I'm definitely going back to, like, 1989. Uh-huh. Because I'm going to tap Tiffany. I'm going to wait till she's 18. And as soon as, I'm going to be right out there, I'm going to figure a way to, have $1 million in gold. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just going to straight up, today's your 18th birthday? Well, I've got the deal of your lifetime.
And that's really funny that you just say 1989. That's the name of a mindless self-indulgent song. Just made really? Pop in my head. It says, around about 1989, I want to be the one in control. Wear my white shoes, polo tie.
I'm not worried about being in control. I just want to go back and tap Tiffany.
You want to be in control of Tiffany?
I don't give a shit about being in control.
Well,
I'm only going to be back in time for about an hour.
It's like if I'm lucky, it'll last longer than fucking you did the other day. But
what am I to quote Marty? What am I talking about? I've got a fucking time machine. I've got all the time in the world.
Just keep going back. It's like, oops, sorry. Oops, sorry.
Oh, I hate to reference a really shitty movie. It's like 50 First Dates, where he keeps fucking up.
God.
I'm talking about the concept. He keeps fucking up until he finally figures out a way to make it happen.
All that Adam Sandler did with that is just rip off Groundhog's Day with a bitch that had
no talent
and amnesia.
Well, yeah.
Or short term. Fuck, I don't even remember what.
Fish memory or something.
Where she just reset every day, which is the stupidest goddamn premise I ever heard.
Well, what was that one? There was a movie about that where this guy wakes up and every day he can't remember his past, and he looks in the mirror and he's got a tattoo that says her name was so and so. Do you know the movie I'm talking about?
Is it the one where he goes there and finds all the pictures of the day?
Yeah.
At Memento.
Yeah, every day he adds to it, so he's trying to solve who killed her or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's going through and he's finding the Polaroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each day was a new discovery, and he would leave. I remember he would tattoo himself so he would remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That was decent. That was an alright flick.
I heard that was a movie that you had to watch twice.
Yeah.
I only seen it once, and I was like, I'm not watching this
again. Yeah, exactly. I'm not watching that shit again.
Watch this again.
There's a lot of shit like that.
It takes a lot for me to want to watch a movie twice.
Yeah.
But, alright, step back over into my house the other day. My living room is bigger wide than what I remember, but smaller long on.
More rectangle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I was trying to figure out, it's like, alright, I want to set up, this like this. I was like, fuck, I got this room on this side now. It's right in front of the door. I'm like, fuck, what I do. Like, the entire time, I'm like...
How many bedrooms is it?
2.
2.
2 bedroom, 1 bath.
2 bedroom, 1 bath.
850 livable square feet.
So it got a pantry or?
No. I'll have to, get that shit. It has a nice little, doorway coming in from the, carport.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
so you got a closed-in carport, like a garage, or is it just a covered carport?
It's just it's actually on the house.
Oh, okay.
Carport, but no garage or shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's enough for me to take. I want to re-gravel the driveway, so.
Well, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, I wanted to do it in a slightly different design instead of just pulling right straight in. I want to be able to have a little
turnaround.
Yeah, a little turnaround.
Yeah, that's not a biggie, dude.
Yeah, I can just get some railroad ties from dude up in on the highway and get some gravel from them as well.
Yeah,
just be like, here's some cash, do this, and
yeah. Oh, that's why you're getting that loan.
Yeah,
I mean that's part of it right there.
Yeah, and apparently my neighbors, my neighbors now.
Mm-hmm.
I just found out they did it without permission.
What?
They just used the shed. They put their shit in my shed.
They've got 1 week.
Yeah, they have, legally 10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
Give them notice.
Yeah.
Give them notice. Say, look, man, I'm new to the neighborhood. Not trying to cause no problems. I really need your stuff out of that shed.
Yeah, this is my shed. It's a nice shed on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like...
Which makes you wonder what the fuck, what was in that shed before they started...
Well, no, they cleaned out the shed before they put the shit in there. And
that's what I'm saying, though.
They fucking re-screwed the door shut. Like
what I'm getting at is what disappeared.
Well, no, the shed was completely clean on the inside.
Before they put, that's what I'm saying. When they put their shit in and they moved everything out, what the fuck, is there anything of that missing?
Oh, I don't know. Well, it was all the previous owner of the property's shit in the shed that they cleaned out.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying,
But that kind of pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
That I learned that the day I'm buying the property, I'm already gonna have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
I'm already gonna have a fucking problem with these fucknuts putting their shit in my shed.
I mean, did they have any kind of permission to do that?
No, they just did it, I think. Like, from what I heard, like I assumed...
10 fucking days to go give them notice.
Yeah.
I'm serious as a heart attack. Go give them notice today.
Or I'm taking their shit out.
Yeah.
And burning it.
After 10 days, it's your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have me a little bit of a burn party. I don't give a fuck what's in there. I'll fucking take it out and burn the shit out of it.
Oh, I mean, that was my fucking business plan for Gleek's big-ass storage.
Yeah.
Like,
10 fucking days.
Move your shit. Or I'm locking the fucking door.
Yeah.
Yep.
But,
They did tell them, said, I'll take out an even bigger loan and I'll build a 12-foot fence,
Yeah.
I'll put a moat around this goddamn shed and fill it full of fucking sharks with lasers on their fucking head.
What I'm hoping to do my second round of loans is to re-side the whole outside, redo the front and back porch, and add central heat and air.
Okay.
To do it with the second round of shit, because the first round is to get everything on the inside livable, get it all looking nice, get furnished, doors, windows, shit like that. Second round, like I said, outside, porches, central heat and air.
Yeah.
I'd probably flip that motherfucker if I really wanted to. like we walked up to the door and Dad was like, "Oh, you have a Rose of Sharon out here," and I'm like, "Fuck it, that's coming out."
Exactly.
Like, I don't like goddamn bushes in the front of my house. That's more shit that I have to pay someone to take care of.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna take care of shit.
Which it's embarrassing. I hate to say it. Before you go off and pay some fucking teenage kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking tell me you need it done, and I'll Forrest Gump around that motherfucker, you know what I mean? Forrest on the snapper, you know what I mean?
I really hate those bushes.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Before you go hire some damn teenager.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm a broke motherfucker. You know what I mean? And you know me, if a job pops up, I will do it.
Yeah,
I will take it. Yeah.
God, but...
There's your podcast. It'd be us arguing, motherfucker, clean them bushes. Fuck them bushes. Clean them bushes.
All I want to, I have a need right now for a flamethrower
to
be taken to those bushes. I hate them. I've only seen them twice, and I fucking hate them. Because, like, they're tall.
Yeah.
They block my view.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like...
Yeah, more shit to have to fuck with.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want this fucking shit.
Yeah.
I don't even want the shit in the backyard. The only reason why that shit's there is because it lines the property.
Well, the only thing I'd want really in the backyard, I would like to have trees and stuff just to have a nice place. If I had a, place. Fruit trees and nut trees. I mean, honestly. I understand shit being pretty. I understand why people like that. But damn it, if you're going to have trees, make it produce something. Make it worth your while.
My problem is it's blocking the view of my pond.
Yeah.
It's not even my pond. I'm like, this is blocking my fucking view of the water.
It could be.
Oh, yeah, it could be.
Eventually, think about it.
With the right amount of money, be like, hey,
I want the pond.
I want that.
Or at least just ask them, I want access to that pond.
Yeah.
I want legal access.
I want to put some sand down there. Maybe
Yeah.
A makeshift little beach.
Yeah.
So I have...
what are you going to call it? Miller Lite Beach?
I don't drink Miller Lite.
I was thinking, there's a place down by the river here forever. It's been called Budweiser Beach.
What?
Because that's just where, ever since like the 50s, that's where people went to go drinking.
I think I would call it Murphy's Lagoon.
Murphy's Lagoon. We'll figure out a name.
But it'd be fucking awesome.
But yeah, like I said, man, I want to go see this place at some point. I really do. I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. And
I'm already pissed off my back door. I already fucking hate it. It's a sliding glass back door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fuck this. This is gonna be...
This has got to come out.
Yeah, this is gonna be fucking turn knob and open up.
Yeah.
Because I fucking hate sliding glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's a broken piece of shit.
And it's real easy to break into.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta replace the carport door. I don't get a new front door.
Yeah.
I gotta redo the bathroom door. I gotta redo both the bedroom doors.
I would worry about first the shell of the house.
Yeah,
the outside.
Well...
I would do the outside and then worry about the inside. Well, first some things on the inside, like make sure everything plumbing-wise is good.
Yeah, everything's gotta be... For me, everything's gotta be livable on the inside before I take care of the outside. Like, the roof is good.
Livable is... what do you call it? A perception kind of thing.
I should make it even more perception kind of thing, but kind of share it up is to say I'd much rather it be comfortable.
I understand, but what I'm saying, I'm thinking about the integrity of the house.
The integrity is good.
Well, I'm thinking about it. You're talking about the putting the shit up around the side. Anything that's going to help protect it.
Yeah.
From water damage and whatever.
Which.
That's actually kind of more important than the shit on the inside.
Which it's good from water damage from the outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just what?
Along the what would be north facing wall, those two rooms, both bedrooms, I have to take the floor out, put a new joist all the way across it.
Okay.
And then brand new floor.
That's not too hard.
No, it's not hard at all, considering that my dad knows construction and carpentry.
Yeah. Yeah. And you've got
my aunt knows construction and carpentry.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend knows construction and carpentry. So I'm just like, oh yeah, you guys have some free time on the weekend?
Yeah.
They love building shit, so
yeah.
And I love,
Well, just be careful though. You don't want people to help you because it becomes this reciprocal you owe me kind of thing.
No, not with them.
Yeah, but you know what I'm getting.
Yeah,
at.
I know what you're getting at with some people, but they've always been, really good to me. So
yeah, but I've seen it happen. I've seen similar happen.
Yeah, if they want any compensation for it, I can just give it to them whenever they want.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I have seen situations pop up like that. Like, I've seen guys argue, hey man, I helped you repair the rear end on your car that time.
Yeah.
And they'll forever throw it in the person's face.
See where, I don't know, I'm exactly the opposite of, it's like, yeah, dude, I'll help you. I don't give a shit.
Well, yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
If you need help, I'll help.
Yeah.
I'm more than willing because, what the fuck am I going to do generally? I'm standing around my thumb in my ass for the most part. But a lot of people don't think like that.
Yeah, because they're shitty to each other.
Yeah, they tend to they think of favors almost like as a form of money. a debt system.
Yeah, and it's fucked.
Yeah, it is fucked.
Like I'll never look at anything. Well, I look at what people do for me as I want to get them back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're fucking cool with it, it's like, oh, okay, dude. Just whenever you need something, fucking call me up. We'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to be the type of guy that's like, I helped you with this.
Yeah.
Can you do this for me now? No, it's like, that's kind of shitty. Like say, God, I can't even think of a good.
Well, I'm saying I've seen that happen though. I have seen that. That very thing I was talking about. I've seen it happen. A dude had helped this other guy rebuild the rear end on a car. You know, they had to take out the ring gear and do all kinds of bullshit. You know, he helped him do it, and the guy was literally throwing it in the other dude's face all the fucking time.
See, that's just a shitty friend.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really a friend. He was kind of just somebody he knew that had some skill, you know. But
I mean, if his time was actually fucking worth something, like
my
dad,
turned into a thing where he could never. It's like he could never pay this fucking thing back.
Yeah, that's super fucked.
Yeah,
that's super fucked.
Yeah, that every time he turned around, dude was needing him to do this, do that, do this, and you know.
But on the complete, like, almost gray area of that, like, my dad knows this guy who's a really good mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever my dad needs work with something, my dad pretty much pays material and a percentage of his time that he would go and he would actually make at a shop.
Yeah.
And he's a really nice kid.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's a year or two older than what I am.
Mm-hmm.
And he did my dad's intake and shit on his white truck that he has.
Mm-hmm. Which is a nice fucking truck.
Which is a nice truck. But my dad loves that Jeep more.
Yeah, he does.
I was like, we were leaving the pizza place Saturday before we recorded.
Mm-hmm. And
I was like, can I drive the Jeep? He was like, you want to drive my Jeep? And I was like, yeah, I'll drive the Jeep back from Greenfield.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, dude, it's, you know, the fucking speed trap zone.
Oh, yeah.
In and out of Greenfield.
Uh-huh.
And, so I was waiting, you know, bobbing down, 30, finally 40, finally 45, finally 50, and that 65 hit.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad and my mom were talking about something, I was fucking zoned out. I fucking punched it. Just, like, I felt like all of the gears, like, fucking fire up at once and just, woof.
Yeah.
It was a good feeling, because that thing got up to fucking speed. Quick.
I'm surprised you didn't hear him over going.
No, my dad knew exactly what to do. Both of them shut the hell up. As soon as I did that, I was like, I felt like Alex from A Clockwork Orange.
Oh yeah,
like no shit. Just,
when he's
just
driving
the car.
Yeah.
It's like I was looking for a beetle to run off the road, and I got in my Stanley Kubrick reference for this episode as well.
I don't know if I think we missed
last
time.
No, we did, because I mentioned the obelisk last episode.
Right.
For anyone that's keeping track.
Two things he's always got to fucking mention: Kubrick and wrestling.
So you mentioned wrestling this time.
Yeah, I'll in relation to you. Oh, boy. Speaking of what, I'm going to speak a little bit about my life here at the moment. Just because it's something that pisses me off. When Lunchbox comes over and tells me that he closed on the house, I'm working on my old scoot. I got a 250, 85 Honda.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's an Elite. It's the first highway scooter that Honda made.
I think I read Elite on the back. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one that the Chinese are copying, like your mom's.
The Raketa.
Yeah, the Raketa, you know, the Chinese copy. Anyway, I'm working on that fucking thing. I hadn't cranked it all winter, you know, and all that shit. I'm working on it. I've been needing to replace the fucking vacuum lines.
Yeah.
And of course, I get all that shit fucking hooked up, and I try to crank it, and that motherfucker starts pouring gas everywhere.
But you got her wet, right?
Oh yeah, I got her wet. But I'm gonna ride the hell out of it too. Damn right. But it just pisses me off. I mean, I've known all winter that I needed to redo the vacuum lines, and just it's no biggie. God damn it.
It was kind of one of those things of you put it off, you put it off, you put it off.
Well, it's cold as fuck. I'm not going out there.
Yeah, we've had Snowmageddon twice.
Exactly. It's been cold as hell.
Fucking ice apocalypse.
It just pisses me off. Because now, to get that fucking carburetor out, I'm going to take the fucking gas tank off, the seat off. The goddamn bike has to come the fuck apart.
Yeah, and
it's a major fucking thing.
All those plastic parts have to be fucking bolted off. And...
Exactly. It just, everything's got to be fucking removed. God damn it.
Yeah, that's what fucking...
Well, you know me. Every time we turn around, my shit usually works. But I tend to always end up spending, for every hour I get to ride it, I've spent at least 3 or more.
I would figure with the sacks, for every hour that you could ride it, you spend 10 hours fucking with it.
Oh, it's broke down again.
Really?
The fucking yeah.
Really, I'm opening this can of worms now.
Oh, fuck me. Alright, I went out, started to rewire that motherfucker.
For the umpteenth time.
I'm doing. It's going. It's running. It's good. I take it out. I had to fucking wait 2 days because it decided to fucking drop cold again and rain. And it had wires hanging out of it like fucking entrails, for 2 fucking days.
Like he had committed a seppuku and just spilled its guts out everywhere.
Oh, I did. I gutted it. And I got all that shit straight, got it all running, put back together. Went out for a ride, and it's doing alright, The fucking battery, alright? The bike never had a battery. It does now, but never had one before. The fucking straps, the shit I'm using to hold that battery in place, started, snapping off. So I had to hurry up and get the fuck back to the house, so I'm riding, hanging on to the fucking battery back behind me, And it's just God damn it, it's just one more fucking thing.
Did you do the long-legged high step back into the house? The Ministry of Silly Walks?
No, I wanted to fucking do the shot put with the fucking battery, but you know what I mean? But I was just, it occurred to me, I was like, motherfucker. Every time I get this son of a bitch fixed,
something happens.
Something. And I really think that the word sax just means fuck you in German. Because my God, I love that fucking bike. I love it, But it has been a thorn in my ass ever since I've had it.
For how long have you had that one?
About 4 years.
So a little bit before we started hanging out.
Yeah.
I think I remembered shortly before you first got it.
Mm-hmm.
Or shortly after.
Yeah, when it had no baffle or nothing in it, and it was loud as fuck.
And you were still riding on your
the Suzuki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
which, speaking of which, is another one I've got to tinker with again. It's like wanting a 4-stroke in the mid-range whenever it hasn't quite warmed up yet. In which I know that's no biggie. But that fucks with me. It fucks with me. I don't like that when I go to take off for the first time in the morning, and it goes bleh. That half second of bleh is a dick that suddenly just jumps up my ass. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
See, when I try to 4-stroke in the mid-range, it gets really messy.
Which, we're going to have to retell that story.
I don't think today.
No, not today.
I'm not drunk enough today.
No, the boy was here,
and that would be
some things you just don't really need to talk about.
Especially when you try to censor yourself halfway, and
that don't work.
Nothing came out right.
No,
which nothing came out right there.
It's not that I'm too worried about it. The boy's going to hear shit no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
What's really funny is, at least really funny to me, is that he's going to be the one, we're going to be the ones that he's going to be learning from.
Oh, no. I think I've already pretty much established myself as the crazy uncle.
I know there for a little while when I first started drinking over here.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly before we started doing all this.
Oh, when he was busting on your ass.
Yeah,
hard.
every fucking time. And then Like now, it's just like it's normal.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I understand. Adults have to have loopy time. So.
Well, yeah, but I love the boy. He's got a hell of a sense of humor. He has an inner troll.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's got the troll from our family.
Yeah.
It is there. I can see it. You know what I mean? I was like, boy, if only you knew how far back in our family history that fucking mentality goes.
It's like you have to fuck with everyone else to get a good laugh out. But
hell, my grandfather, my daddy's side used to do that shit.
Trolling?
Oh yeah, he would. It wouldn't even think about it. That's a new term.
Trolling. Yeah, trolling.
Yeah. And
when
back
it was
then
just
it was
like messing with people or
yeah,
fucking with folks.
Yeah, fucking with them. And
ribbing.
I've seen him do that. I remember being a kid and seeing him fuck with like other guys, people he knew. Yeah.
Well, for what some of the stories that he tells about the way he reacts or interacts with his friends, because he called someone fucking stupid for not being able to pronounce a Star Wars character's name right.
Yeah, and what got me though was he was saying it, and I began to realize how the importance of it to him. And it was like, holy shit, the Star Wars nerd is in him,
I think it's just a general nerd, because if you imagine if someone didn't realize or pronounce right Captain Reynolds' name.
Oh yeah, Mal Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it the Asian guy, Mal?
Yeah, or Captain Mel.
And you're like, the fuck?
Yeah.
But I think that's mispronunciations with anything. Like,
yeah, but it just, the way he was telling that story, about the kid in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You could see it in his face. It irked him at some deep level. Which does my heart good.
It's going to be ingrained. That rage.
Oh, trust me, he was, God, dude, 8-year-old, and I set him down, and I said, this is a really important movie to me. I'm not going to give it away.
Yeah.
It really meant something to me when I went and seen it as a child.
I think we watched.
I walked away. I started the movie and I walked away. And when I come back, the movie was pretty much over. He was fucking like, I can't tell you. I come back during the trench run.
Yeah.
And he was on the edge of his fucking seat. You could just see it. Oh man, it made me proud. It made me so proud.
I think we watched. Which we really do not need to get too far into the Star Wars thing.
No,
that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
But we watched the original release of Empire in here with him, and Empire is my favorite Star Wars movie. And he was like, so Vader won?
Yeah.
Yeah. That instance, Vader came out on top. The bad guys won. And I think that, at least for me, when I was a kid growing up, that was the first time I had ever seen the bad guys win. And you're like, what the fuck?
And I had the same feeling, kind of the first movie I ever saw John Wayne die.
Yeah.
Iwo Jima, where at the very end he catches a bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, good guys. Well.
The good guys sometimes die?
Yeah.
They lose?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Like,
do you remember, though, his reaction whenever fucking Vader, did the whole, I'm your father?
He's a fucking liar.
Yeah. Dude, he had the same fucking reaction I did.
See, I think I'd been spoiled a little bit at that point. Where I had known the line and I know what it meant, that context. So when I actually seen Empire for the first time, it wasn't like it was already spoiled for me.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it yet, just from the zeitgeist around that fucking movie.
Yeah. Well, when I first learned about it, I had this, before I saw the movie, and it's the only movie I didn't see in the theater, was Empire.
Empire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, I had a big, thick storybook that, like, damn near scene by scene by scene, the whole thing. And I remember reading it, and I got to that fucking part. About Vader. And I was like, no way, you can't believe him.
Yeah.
He's the fucking, king of liars. He's, even as a kid, I realized he was like the devil image. You know what I mean? The supreme evil. And I remember actually bringing the book, being so fucking excited about this. I took the book outside where my buddies, they were all playing, some people outside. And I remember I went running to them. I was like, you gotta hear this. Oh my God, this is what the fuck? You know? And so I sit and read that page to them, that scene. And dude, we had a fucking nerd debate. And, that movie came out in 82.
Yeah.
So I was 8-year-old.
Yeah.
We're 8-year-old having a fucking hardcore nerd debate about Empire. And all of us agreed that it had to be a fucking lie.
See, I never, when it came to watching the Star Wars movies, I never seen Vader as just that ultimate evil. Like,
I did.
Like what you did.
I did.
I really didn't get to see or experience that movie from that point.
Oh, it was just, I seen him as like the ultimate fucking, I'm going to do whatever the fuck it takes to be in control.
Yeah.
You know?
We need to stop talking about Star Wars.
Yes, we do.
So, yeah,
yes, we do.
Because
it'll turn into a 4-hour fucking thing, and
I heard some shit about He Who Should Not Be Named last night, where after the release of the first movie, he was kind of glum, and they said that he's always kind of glum, especially back then.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I made a kid's flick. And they were like, the billionaire to be was glum about that. And like, I really need to get off the subject because like I can feel the rage building.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I don't need to go down that fucking road.
That is saved for another fucking day.
Oh yeah,
it's saved for another fucking
day. Now
day.
that's probably going to be like a fucking 3-parter,
Episodes 100 through 103.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They're raging.
Fuck.
So, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, what time is it
about? About 1:50.
I've got to head back to fucking Dresden.
Yeehaw.
Wasting more gas to go and talk to my good old insurance bitches and...
Yeah, get that took care of.
Try to take a nap sometime today. Because I got my first actual day out on my route now by myself tomorrow. So
awesome.
What do you fucking do?
So your next day off Saturday, you think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, when you get a chance, man, I want to see the house. I definitely want to see it.
We'll run over there sometime Saturday afternoon.
All right. Then come back here and do another pod.
The drunkening.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we do better when we're about at least half sober.
So I should only get 1 6-pack in the tall can.
Yeah, but you know how that'll go. You'll get that drunk and you'll be like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna get another."
Yeah.
So we'll be back here in a few days. Come next Saturday.
As always.
Oh yeah. So stay tuned and fucking, I don't know, if you like this shit, tell somebody about it.
Have a good one.
You too.
Go babe.
Yeah. Have a good one.
You can reach the Generation Gap podcast on our Twitter page at PicklestickPod or shooting us an email at picklestickproductions@gmail.com.
You can also find us on Stitcher.